Hey guys, Ben from SnowBoardGamer. Welcome to episode 14 of This Week in Board Games, where I review all the board games I played, go over any interesting board game news, and if I got a package, I open it up. And lately, I've been doing weekly updates on our house renovation, which includes a new board game room, so stay tuned for that at the end of the episode. I started this week off by going to a coworker's house for a Diwali celebration, which is the Hindu festival of lights. We had some amazing Indian food there that was homemade, way better than anything you'd get at an Indian restaurant. We also did some fireworks outside to celebrate the Festival of Lights. And of course we ended with a traditional Indian game of Secret Hitler. And everyone had a great time. There was a lot of backstabbing and lying and deceit. It's a game of 5 to 10 players, ages 17 and up, and plays in about 45 minutes. Secret Hitler is a pre-World War II theme with a liberal government in Germany and fascists trying to infiltrate the government and install Hitler as their leader. This is my favorite social game. In fact, I gave away a copy last week in my giveaway. Just packing up the giveaway here for Frank. Congratulations, Frank. We got Scythe, the game board extension, the metal coins, and Secret Hitler. Next, we played Shadows over Camelot. This game is for 3 to 7 players, ages 10 and up, and plays in 60 to 80 minutes. Shadows over Camelot is a game designed by Bruno Cathala, who's also done some of the popular games such as King Domino, 7 Wonders, 5 Tribes, and the brand new game this year, Yamatai. In Shadows over Camelot, each person is a Knight of the Round Table. You're working together to accomplish quests such as defeating the Black Knight and searching for the Holy Grail. As you complete quests, you earn white swords to put around the round table, and if you fail a quest, you get black swords, and you're working cooperatively. This is a really fun game, and we really enjoyed it. Shadows over Camelot. Travis and I went down to Nighthawk Brewery to play Splendor. Travis and I are heading down to Nighthawk Brewery. They have a ton of tables in the back. We're gonna play Splendor with the expansion here. And Travis has his permit, he's driving. There's an amazing sunset on the way. Travis and I are playing Splendor with the Cities of Splendor expansion, and we're playing the Cities module. We're down at Nighthawk Brewery. Pretty cool environment here. Well, Travis beat me 3 times in a row. He's very good at Splendor. All 3 games, it came down to the last turn. 1 turn was the difference. That's how close that game is. Splendor is for 2 to 4 players, ages 10 and up, and plays in about 30 minutes. In all 3 of those games, I looked back on them and I could tell there was one move where I took a card for free or maybe bought a card I didn't really need because there wasn't much available out there, when maybe I should have done something else. The difference of the game was always one move. I was 1 move away from winning. That's what I love about Splendor. It's so tight. Literally, 1 bad choice can lose you the game. So every single turn counts. Next, Travis and I played First Martians. This is the 2nd week in a row that we've played this game. It's for 1 to 4 players, ages 10 and up, and plays in 60 to 90 minutes. This game is about colonizing Mars, building the necessary structures to make it inhabitable, and fighting against the extreme conditions of the red planet. Travis and I are playing First Martians. This is our 2nd play together. We essentially have landed on Mars, and we have to establish a colony and set up all of the different buildings that we need. Well, we didn't succeed. I died. We played one of the hardest missions the 2nd time. We're still getting the hang of First Martians. It is a very complicated game. It's not one I would recommend starting out with if you're new to board games. This is definitely a deeper one with a lot of rules. But I think it's going to be fun once we learn all the rules. It's just got a lot of rules, and the rules are not the best written. Next, I played Terraforming Mars. This is for 1 to 5 players, ages 12 and up, and plays in 90 to 120 minutes. This is similar to First Martians, but it's got more of a scientific approach versus just building the structures and fighting against the elements. You're trying to raise the temperature up from -30 to 8, the oxygen level from 0 to 14, and deploy all of the water tiles onto Mars. In the process, building greenery and cities. I just finished Terraforming Mars solo. Final score is 128. I think that's pretty good for solo. Interplanetary Cinematics was the corporation that I was. This game was really fun. It took me about 2 hours to play. I won in the last round, round 14. You have to terraform Mars before round 14. Now for the board game news. Sony acquired the rights to make a Settlers of Catan movie. I've heard a lot of people online talking about how they're not sure how this is going to work out. There's no plot in the game of Catan, which is true. It's really about building settlements and cities and trading resources with people. I think the theme Catan is very loose. Since they've sold more than 25 million copies of the game, it's more of a marketing strategy so that they can sell movie tickets to the people when the movie comes out, because it's Catan. And I gotta say, once it comes out, I'm gonna go see it. So I'll be interested to see what happens with the Catan movie. This week I got an email about the shipment of Gloomhaven. It hasn't actually shipped yet, but they're making sure they have the right address. I'm really excited. This game is currently ranked number 4 on Board Game Geek. It is a giant legacy type RPG game, which is interesting. I've never done anything like this before. On November 4th, I'm going to be in Fort Collins, Colorado at the Extra Life Gaming event. This is an event where you pay 20 bucks to get in. All the funds are donated to charity to help sick kids. I'm really excited. Chaz Marler from Paradise Paradise is going to be there, and he's invited me to participate in a live streaming episode and recording of Table Scraps. So look for that in the next couple of weeks. I'm really excited to be able to do that. My cousin from Vegas is flying in for that also. She's going to hang out with our family, and we're going to go up to Fort Collins together and play board games and raise money for charity. I'm going to do my purchases next, and we'll wrap up the episode with the weekly update on our renovation. This week I got 3 games. 2 of them are cheap little $15 or less games. One of them is Exit the Game, The Abandoned Cabin. So these have come back in print now. You're starting to see them pop up in stores. This won the Kennerspiel des Jahres this year, which is the connoisseur board game of the year. It's essentially an escape the room game. For 1 to 6 players, ages 12 and up, plays in 1 to 2 hours. There are 3 variants of this. We've played the Pharaoh's Tomb, and we're excited to try the Abandoned Cabin out. Next, this was only $13. It's a card game called Game of Thrones, Hand of the King. I love the artwork on it. I don't know how good of a game it is, but it's got Daenerys and the Hound on it, so why not? Oh, and this is published by Fantasy Flight Games, so I'm sure it's not going to be like Go Fish. It'll actually be an interesting game. And it's designed by Bruno Cathala, who did Shadows over Camelot and all the others that I named off earlier this episode. Notice the purple bag at the wizard's chest. I picked up a copy of Photosynthesis. 2 to 4 players, ages 8 and up, in 45 to 60 minutes. It looks really interesting. You're all about trying to get to the center where to get more light, to grow your trees. Sounds kind of scientific, which I like the scientific games. Terraforming Mars, as I just mentioned, is one of my favorites. So yeah, this one should be fun. And now let's wrap up the episode with our weekly update on our house renovation, which includes a new board game room. Here's Allison.
Hey guys, we're back for another renovation update. Check out this board game room. I'm so excited, I can hardly even stand it. Look how good this floor looks. So they're totally done laying all the wood in the entire house. They even have all the vents. We did all these recessed vents in the floor. They're done with everything. So now they're sanding it all, and they're gonna sand it for a couple days, and then they start staining everything. So we are in the final stretch. I cannot wait. You can see the old floor was here and the new floor was patched in, and they sanded some of it, and it just blends flawlessly. It's gonna look so good.
Thanks for watching, everyone. This is so much fun. I love sharing my passion of board games with everyone else. If you like this video, I'd appreciate it if you gave it a thumbs up. And if you're not subscribed already, subscribe below for more board game videos, and I'll see you next time. Bye.